Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the finals of at least the low division of the 36th season of ETF2L. I am Surny, joined by Wiethoofd on the production and Kermit on the mic. How's it going?
It's going good. Second grand final cast in 2 days. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling good, and at least I know a little bit more about these two teams than I did the two teams last night. So hopefully, I'll have a little bit more info and a bit more knowledge to share than yesterday.
I mean, that's definitely something to look forward to. I mean, considering that these teams are probably raring to go, considering they're already full on the server. And little birdie has told me we're about to go live. Let's have a quick rundown of who we're actually talking about here. We have Aim Junkies versus Big Hunks. Let's run down Aim Junkies real quick. We have Alvin SMB on the Scouts, Hunks and Danny on the Soldiers, Zesio on the Demo Man, and I don't know what Deer. I'm assuming he's probably the mid.
I hope so.
I hope so.
They have a medic. Yep.
It would probably be a good idea to have that. And then on the side of Big Hunks, we have the man Strife himself as well as Hoxley on the Scouts. Honjo and Big Uncle Doge on the Soldiers, Haz on the Demo, and Tonton Flerix on the Medic. So, let's see what these teams are going to be up to. Quick prediction.
I might be a little biased because I'm a fan of Zetio, but I'm pretty sure the Aim Junkies are going to take this. And was this a double spy check? I love this. You don't see that in like high divs, but you see both teams for the Hunks are actually checking off classes and checking mediguns immediately.
It's a good start. Let's see how these teams kick it off. Hunts have a very quick rollout into Su already, but it seems nobody's aware either. Maybe Hanjo doesn't have him, but that's not really what matters right now because the fight is at mid and Strife is going to pick up the first kill onto Alva. Danny does bomb in with a deep bomb, does not manage to meet anything though. He's going to pay with his level as well. Hans comes in from behind, doesn't really meet anything either though. They only lose Honcho and Strife on the side of Big Hunks here. The medic is also dead on Aim Junkies and Zefzio is going to try his best there to hang on. It's not going to happen. Oh my lord!
Uncle Doge with a big mid there, he just got behind for free. No one on Aim Junkies was looking at him there. He just got in and got like an incredibly free frag onto Deer there. It was looking really good for Aim Junkies. Oh, there's another for Uncle Doge. He's been warming up.
He's definitely ready. Raring to go into this game early. The cap still hasn't happened, by the way. They're waiting. They're really waiting here to just move forward. Finally, Big Hunks deciding to take second, leave Strife in behind to cap the middle point. So we're gonna see them maybe slow the game down a bit. They do have a full ad still, so we might see them use this to try and take it into last. Obviously, you'd assume Aim Junkies are woefully aware of that one. Their passive positioning as well, ready for that. The Uber does come in immediately, but they're not gonna really meet anybody. Everybody's just up in the safe room waiting. They're just staring each other down. The Ubers run out. They met absolutely nobody. Alv on the heavy does go down, but ultimately, is that going to be enough? Deer has his Uber up finally, so that's going to be 3 people dead for the Big Hunks, and the Uber is still going on. If they can kill these last remaining players, it's going to be a disastrous push for Big Hunks. If only Honjo and Haz.
On top,
yeah, he's still holding on. He does eat a pipe though.
He actually can he win this? Here. He does with the roller. He gets him. You hate to see it.
Oh my god.
Where was Alv? Where was Hans? They were both just... What? Oh, Alv went in the 1v1 against Uncle Doge there. After he kills SNB. Yeah, like that push, like they... I don't think that anyone from the Hunks, the Big Hunks, I don't think they actually scouted out the hold that Aim Junkies had on last. They just kind of blindly Ubered through the door as far as I'm aware. They, assuming that they'd have some people close to the door, but like they'd 4 people hiding up top and like a couple near spawn. There was like no one to shoot. Almost the entire Uber was just wasted looking up at them in panic room.
Yeah,
it was I don't know if it was a good hold by Aim Junkies or just a bad push by the Big Hunks. I'm not 100% sure.
We'll have to have the instant replay on that one. However, we find ourselves in a stalemate, and you'd love to see these. Tonton's getting up on his Uber as well here, so let's see an even Uber situation, and both teams just locking down the choke. Nobody's even really trying, at least currently, to try any other avenues. We do have Honjo now, maybe peeking Sewer a little bit. No, he decides against it as well, and it's just players staring each other down, trying to see if they can somehow break the stalemate. I would not be surprised to see the classical sack play coming in sooner than later, because something has to happen, for the love of God.
Yeah, it's where they buff both Honjo and Uncle Doge there. Oh wait,
there
actually, Hunks is just going in. Yeah, it's rare to see the defensive team. Oh, and he gets the force.
That's a crucial sack there, absolutely. Obviously the follow-up is going to come in. Honjo's going to get picked up by a sticky trap though. Uncle Doge is in as well. Is he going to meet Deer? No, he's not. He's going to get cleaned up as well. So, huge advantage here. I say as Danny gets killed, but you know, huge advantage still for Aim Junkies. Taking it into mid now with that full Uber. Obviously they'd love not to use. Strife goes down as well, so now Big Hunks just having to back out, making use of what they have, and obviously Aim Junkies is just going to keep rolling forward with this Uber still. Not even... No pressure onto Deer at all. He eats a slight splash rocket there, but honestly, he's in next to no immediate danger. We have Uncle Doge sitting in a forward spawn, a sniper, but they are aware, so he's gonna have to go back. And now Big Hunks find themselves on Lost, with still no Uber to respond with, and it's a very mirrored situation. Is this the coast to coast?
They are close.
Early coast to coast.
Yeah, they do get the Uber here. Oh, and they're just gonna pop. This is the bit where Zetio actually jumping on top, trying to close the distance between himself and all the defending team on top, but they were not counting the Ubers quite well enough, and Mr. Tauntaun Flarix actually gets his Uber. Just
yep.
Now we're gonna maybe see. Hope we should see a good push out here. As everyone tries to run through the smallest door.
2 players missing for. You know, Aim Junkies, you'd imagine it's a little bit easier for Big Hunks to get out. I say that as Has almost dies. Hoxley is already dead. Strife also goes dangerously low. Doesn't eat the final rocket though, so that push out has actually been stunted. Aim Junkies managed to hold on to second for the time being, and with Ubers being equal, it's not like any team can really capitalize on top of their Uber charge just yet. They're gonna have to wait for another crucial pick or play to happen here. As we see.
I guess both teams wait for Uber, just send out, I guess, maybe a 2-man sack, maybe even 3 just from Aim Junkies. Maybe, 2. We'll say a 2-man sack. Because I don't know much about him, but Alf, my good friend John Turbo Monkey, has been, he's a big fan of the team because he's good friends with Zetio. He's been saying that Alf is definitely an up-and-coming player to watch. Like, I've seen him in like a couple streams just like sniping and playing Scout and Pugs. I don't know about his game sense yet. Oh, Hunks is in, actually, as I'm speaking. Yeah, he just gets annihilated. But yeah, Alf might go sniper. Like, his sniping was really good, like, from what I've seen. I wouldn't be surprised if they off-pass.
Speaking of, we do have Hoxley on the sniper as well for the defending side here. Ooh, gets a good angle onto Deer. Doesn't hit the shot, though. And Danny's going to clean up Uncle Doge, who was in the lobby there. So it's going to be him taking care of everybody. I think he was actually trying to sack out in the meantime, so... creating a distraction didn't obviously work out all that well. And we're back to square one. Hoxley also off the sniper now, deciding that the surprise factor is out of it, so he's not going to try that anymore. And either team really just waiting for something to happen here. Just looking to maybe do something, maybe a little bit of a play out of Big Hunks here with...
Oh, he's spy checking.
Yeah, Has going forward here, putting on a little bit of a forward trap. Maybe catch out a player that's trying to get into lobby. I mean, they do have lobby here, so they definitely have a lot of room to work with. But they also have... they do have Hoxley on the sniper again, actually.
Yeah. Like, there's no reason not to have the sniper now. Like, they're seeing how passive Aim Junkies are being. Like, you know, it's 0-0. Realistically, Aim Junkies should just be sending sacks as soon as they have players. But, you know, Honjo actually dies to the sticks of Zetio. Don't know if this is going to trigger a push or if they're... Yeah, they're actually just going to push.
That is, yeah. They're going to just push in immediately, use the Uber. Obviously, the counter comes out of Tauntaun immediately. They take down the sentry, but that is about it for the time being. Nothing else really happens, as Zetio actually goes down, as does SMB, so... Now, that's very bad if you're Aim Junkies here. You're down 3 players, you're gonna have to just run your medic out, and Big Hunks are gonna retake second for next to no payment at all. You're gonna have to wait on, obviously, the rest of their players coming back up as well, making sure that they can maybe push this into mid as well. Deer having a slight ad here, but it's not much to write home about, and Aim Junkies have recoalesced onto mid, so we're gonna see it grind to a little bit of a halt again, just on second this time around.
It's quite interesting watching like this game compared to like watching the Div 2 game last night, just the difference in like how much slower the teams are and like how unsure they seem of like the plays they're making. Like, I feel, as I was going to be saying, just to think as Hunks, like, sacked down on last or someone fed, like, in any higher division or most higher division games, you would just be seeing sacks as soon as like all 6 players are alive for the attacking team. They would sack at least 1 or 2 in, and then they'd hold and wait and see what the enemy team, the defending team, does. Actually, we've got Hunks going in again. He hits one nice rocket, but he does get and an air shot on the strafe. Lives on 3 health.
Barely. That is extraordinarily lucky, but he does live. So Hunks ultimately sacks his life, but does not manage to accomplish much with it beyond a little distraction. However, this could be a counter sack coming out of Big Hunks, or just a push straight away. They might just do that. They do send in Big Doge. He's not going to do anything though. So that's a player down immediately. Danny's actually going to taunt him as well. Great BM. You love to see it. And we're back up to the same situation. Now we might actually see another soldier jump in, or just the entire team again. Aim Junkies. They tend to move as a unit from what I've seen. They really don't like sending in people separately. Let's see how that goes for them.
They just use the safe hands.
Interesting. Okay. Well, that's going to be a way better Uber for Aim Junkies here. They might even catch out. They're actually going to catch out Tauntaun here. They definitely get Hawks to Tauntaun as well. So that's no heals now at all for Big Hunks. And it's all falling apart immediately. Alf cleaning up the backline as well. Catching out any players trying to just stay on last tier. Has is pretty much the only player up. And I don't think he's going to be able to do much against 3 players on the point, even with stickies. It's going to be hard.
He did sticky the like corner of point. Alf just stands on it. Deer gets a shot.
Close.
That was just definitely over-aggression. They were 3 down. They were like 3v3, or like 2 combat classes versus 3. I feel the Aim Junkies just had to back up to point and just build with their scout, and they'd have like huge Uber ad by now. They'd be at like, I think maybe 80% Uber versus the 30 of Tauntaun here. Like they could have just, if they played it slower, played it safer, they'd have Uber ad, and they could honestly maybe been winning the round by now. But alas, they decided to go for the super aggro play and try to get brave with the 1 scout on point versus a demo.
Yeah, and we might just see this turn into a 20-minute round off the back of that. We'll have to see. Obviously, Tauntaun having the bigger Uber charge here, we might see them start to try and push out. Obviously, Hawksley up on the sniper again as well. He's been trying to make it work. Alv up on the sniper to respond with on the side of Aim Junkies. So we're going to see if the things you were talking about this man are actually true, and whether or not he's actually going to be a menace to be reckoned with, where he's going to take some heads off. For the time being, both snipers are basically just locking down a sight line where nobody's looking, so that's a neat little thing.
Looking towards Uncle Doge in lobby there, but Alf does beef. Oh, misses again. The Nair's getting to him. Now he's out the pug environment. But one thing I was going to say earlier is that, just to comment again, the difference between watching this game and like one of the higher div games, where it just seems to be they just send in Hunts on his own for any like sacks. Oh, we've got the sniper 1v1. Alv losing it there, getting body shot, but he was buffed, he lives. Oh, he's gonna, I think he fully charges and then just drops down to go. Yeah, I saw that clip on Sandblast stream. That was a really good clip.
He's actually just gonna walk forward into lobby. Yeah. What? Okay. Nobody's really there to contest him.
Oh. Here comes Hawksley now.
Okay, Alpha's gonna back off again. This is a very interesting thing to witness, especially from the free cam angle, as you see both snipers entering dead angles from one another, not seeing each other at all. Hawksley now knocking down one with Alv in the upper lobby door, seeing if he can find anything. Again, nobody's really giving them either sniper an angle here, and it really boils down to, if they meet each other, they might go for the 1v1, but everybody else is playing it really safe. Oh.
Alv hits a body shot. He walks under all the stickies, he should... Oh no, Has misses debt. He doesn't actually get the frag on it. Alf, there's like 5 stickies above 1. But, as you were saying, like, no one's really in lobby at all. Like, blue Aim Junkies, yeah, they're doing it now. Like, they could have taken lobby, like, easily over a minute ago and given Alf all this space. Like, 3 different doors to peek through, basically. And there we go, he does get it immediately, yeah.
So that's going to be his main rival taken care of here. He gets a nice shot onto Big Doge as well. He's dead now. Gonna get cleaned up by Honjo, but they're already 2 players down on the defending side. The Uber does come out of tier very early. Tauntaun finally responding with his own, so way better for him, but he does have 3 players dead, so not many people to use it on. And if Aim Junkies kite this well enough, they can probably just take care of the stragglers here and cap it out. 2 players down already. The respawners are here, but if they just keep them off the point, which appears to be happening,
Has is going huge. Oh, he can't.
There's no way. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. He's gonna get Minecrafted. He's gonna get Minecrafted, and that's gonna be the first round after 14 minutes going the way of Aim Junkies.
I think that's just like, you know, just showing neither, like, just that they are low division and experienced teams, that they're just not quite as sure of themselves and, you know, what they want to do to try and take objectives, basically, whether they want to sack or just, like, go for dry pushes, and it's interesting to see. But here we go on round 2, mid number 2.
Let's see how things change this time around. Hans not going as deep this time, but getting a nice early M to the house, get cleaned up by Alf, who's dying responsibly himself. Danny also bombs in, does a lot of damage again, but not really following it up. Hans trying to, not meeting anybody in choke either, so just both soldiers dead now for the side of Aim Junkies. Obviously the response comes in from Uncle Doge. He does get a nice rocket onto Zestio, but yeah, is he gonna kill him?
He's a menace on these mids.
He really is. He's gonna get SMB, he gets SMB as well. Yeah. Okay.
That's both mids, he's gotten at least 3 players. He's definitely doing work for his team.
Absolutely.
Oh wow! Oh. Gets a headshot. Told you he's one to watch.
Alright,
there goes the Uberad.
Activated. He's activated. Okay. Yep. There you go. That's that just taken care of immediately. He puts his team right back into the driver's seat immediately. You'll love to see it. We still have Big Doge trying to maybe take something, just like slow him down a little bit. Strife obviously
Stripe's
in behind.
Yeah.
Might go for the back cap actually. Nah, he wouldn't have had it anyway.
Yeah, he didn't win the 1v1. Like, I don't think he really called his team, or if he did, it was just a bit late. They couldn't. There's no way they were blocking. Oh, Uncle Doge in a nice hiding spot above mid here. I'm a fan of this. You know, it's actually not that big an ad. Not a huge ad for Deer. I thought it might have been bigger than 20%, but alas,
been healing fast. They've been building fast. I don't even know if that spot is allowed. I certainly haven't seen it before, but I mean, if you can stand up there, it doesn't look like a wall bug to me.
Yeah, and the wall bugs are allowed. Like, I think it's just the viaduct one. Everyone's below him. They don't know about this spot.
Oh, he doesn't actually hit anything yet. He doesn't get unsteered. Yeah, he forces him at least. So it's gonna be an early force for Deer, but obviously Tauntaun gonna have to respond with his own. 2 players down for the side of Big Hunks, 2 players down now, including Deer for the side of Aim Junkies, so no heals. They can just play it off the heals here. Obviously, everybody's trying to get onto Tauntaun. Everybody's trying to get a piece of him. He's cornered. He's gonna die, and it's just Danny alive for the side of Aim Junkies, but he's already done his job, leaving his team in the running by killing the med late there. Definitely gonna allow his team to have a chance at holding this last very, very confidently.
I don't know what actually happened. I think it might have just been that Tauntaun surfed a rocket to split him up for his team, but that's both. Like a few times I've seen just both medics. I don't know why Doge just was so aggro in lobby alone there. That was a strange play. But both medics just seem to be kind of split up from the team quite a lot. Like the players just don't follow them around as much as you'd hope. Strife's trying to go into lobby or something there in the zone. He does live. Does
indeed live. And they're gonna have to back off, actually. A lot of pressure coming out of Aim Junkies, forcing back Big Hunks. Again, Ubers are equal, so we're gonna see which team makes better use of their resources as we stand here now. On the second stalemate, this time it's on the other side of mid, but it's still the same situation these teams are very familiar with.
Yeah. So what I want to see, unlike the last few times we've been in this situation, is actually either one soldier bombs through and distracts, like Hondro distracts for Doge or something, and then, you know, to try and make the team shoot him, then they have the actual sack, or just send both soldiers to sack in at once. Like, one soldier alone is against, like, you know, essentially 5-6 people standing with a medic is going to be pretty impossible. Yeah, so we see Uncle Doge go through. He gets no damage on Deer. He's dead in one, yeah. And Hans goes in for the misses his air shot.
We did have Honjo come in with Uncle Doge as well, but he didn't really commit. He didn't commit, so that was a problem there, really. They could have actually had a nice double bomb in, maybe catch somebody out, but ultimately they just left Uncle Doge to die, and obviously Hans trying to go for the counter-sack, not accomplishing much either. We're essentially in the same situation again, as we find these teams figuring out...
going spy.
Ooh, okay. Bold choice.
Yeah. What I want to comment on is that if Honjo had done exactly as he did, but just like, you know, 2-3 seconds, literally 2-3 seconds earlier, that could have been a good play. Everyone maybe could have started to shoot at him instead of Doge, and then, you know, Doge would have had a much better time on his bomb because everyone's already distracted shooting at the other soldier.
I And Hanjo's already been spotted.
Yeah.
Hit by a roller, and are they aware that there's a spy, so that's gonna be very fun for him to take care of. But he might still get something going. He does disguise as a sniper, so he might just... Oh yeah, he's gonna pressure them a little bit. Maybe they're scared. They're gonna be like, oh, there's a sniper, and choke. We have to back up. People don't forget about that. You can disguise as a teammate, as a spy. It's a very efficient strategy of trying to brain.
Oh, that was so close, that rocket. He isn't running cloak and dagger though, so he needs to pick up this ammo pack, and someone might just notice it disappear. Yeah, they know he's on spy though. Like Danny's shooting the ground, Alv was shooting at the ground as well. He needs to, and this is the why you don't run the.
Oh no!
Invisible
he opened the shutter as well. This is over.
It's just not good running the invisible watch in sixes. You need so much more time to get set up. Hunks is trying to go in for a counter sack. Yeah, it's straight for like 100, but is unsuccessful in really getting anything of value. I can respect Honjo going for the spy play though. You know, just something to try and change the pace of the game a little bit.
You know, they have to make a play here. His team's a point behind, so obviously they're gonna have to be the ones actually making something happen. Because if aim junkies are comfortable with it, I was about to say, if aim junkies are comfortable with it, they can just slow the game down to their pace if they really want to. We might just see Hans counterstack again. Never mind, he does decide against it. We're gonna have Zesio actually go very aggressive and choke here with the pressure coming out of flank as well. They're actually gonna go for the Uber exchange. Danny does die on the sidelines, but overall, it's not a disastrous exchange just yet. Zesio is gonna be caught in. He does escape though, and hit with another reset yet again.
Hunt's waiting on his health pack. Oh, he's just gonna get run over by 5 people. He actually manages to get Hotsy though, so not an entire thing. He actually gets the trade. Strife going down to SNB.
Ooh, Alv is in deep. Oh, what is happening? Everything is just going down. All of a sudden, the game was slow for 15 minutes, and now everything is happening all at once. But
he was on 1 health and tried to shoot up towards Zetsio, just shot the walkway above him and he dies. Hunt's doing the fast roll, he lands straight on Tauntaun, he gets 1 rocket, he gets such
a second. Oh, he gets cabered to death. This is why I love the lower divs. I don't think I've ever seen a Prem player or like any high div player run the caber before. This is amazing.
Elikur might be the only person. I think Elikur, he ran it in a mix. I played against him recently, but I don't think I've seen anyone else run it. And high divs, as you said.
Yeah, it's a very strange decision, but I mean, it worked out for him, I suppose. That's going to be an Uber coming out of Tauntaun as well. Deer nowhere near his yet, but if aim junkies can kite this one well enough, it could still go any way. Only a bit of cap time now being sticked off by Haz here, but there's almost no presence, no ground taken for the most part. People are getting behind finally. Deer is up on his own Uber though. He's going to use that to keep the rest of his players alive here. It's just Danny and Alv, but those might just be enough as it turns out. Because it's also only Tauntaun and Haz alive on this.
Alv going deep. He gets the medic.
He gets that one.
He just needs to back up the point. Like Danny can easily kill the soldier. Alv just needed to back. Yeah, there we go. Back on point. Stack, deny the spawns. I think they should be able. Yep, they deny the spawning. It's an extra 7 seconds for Tauntaun there.
Also, Hoxley is in sewers.
Hans
has spotted him.
Oh, nice rocket though.
Does win that fight though, so doesn't matter. And we're gonna see Big Hunks having to back off even more. Hoxley trying to go for a cheeky little play, didn't work out either, so yeah, aim junkies just rolling it forward more, obviously Deer with a massive Uber ad now. Well, not massive, but sizable. Probably gonna see them try to play off of that. If they're fast enough here, they can absolutely take us into Lost immediately. The sentry's not even built yet. If they're fast enough, they're gonna catch it up before it's level 3, so they definitely have a chance here at converting this into another round. It depends on how they play it. Hoxie also up on the sniper, so gonna see if he maybe does up. He gets a nice shot out to Danny, so that's gonna be an early pick headed into this push now. Let's see if they make anything else happen despite being a player down. Uncle Doge finally goes down, but the Uber does come out of Tauntaun now, so they were too slow, and now aim junkies are just gonna have to run. They're gonna have to scram as best as they can, or Alf is just gonna have to dodge everything. Hans comes in to try and back him up, dies. Alf actually gets Haz. SNB and Xerxes now on the point here as well. SNB is gonna die. If he gets anything here, I'm actually gonna be upset.
Oh, and he does!
Oh
He
my
gets Honcho.
lord.
Wait, Honcho, did he run out of ammo? He pulled out his escape plan or something? That was a mini crit kill.
Musta? Yeah, Musta.
Yeah.
That's very strange.
That's
Okay.
both scouts for aim junkies getting like really like clutch last second like trades. Hod's trying to go for a tauntaun there and just missing mostly everything and does go down.
Well, a very
Pretty much
sad
even over.
push. But yeah, we're gonna see how this goes forward. Obviously, Big Hunks trying to get it to mid here. Aim Junk is not willing to give it up for free just yet, but they're going very low to a lot of spam there, so they're gonna have to back off. And Big Hunks really putting on the pressure now. Really trying to take it forward. They must think they might have a bigger ad than they actually do. So that could maybe be why they're being so aggressive, but they also just might want to finally convert around. With only 6 minutes left on the clock, it's definitely not a bad idea to try and at least put one on the board. They stay in the game. Let's see, we see Uncle Doge trying to take the catwalk here. Turned up and he gets... Oh my god!
He hits that!
I do not believe it. I think that was in conjunction with Haz though, like Haz got a nice sticky or something as well.
Yeah,
my lord.
that was like... That was sick. That was like so close. Holy shit. I can't believe that they actually got the drop there. So that started off so bad for Uncle Doge. That's where he tried to just jump off the wall and just like flick too hard and missed the wall or something. His rocket, he just went nowhere. And then
Basically
another
walked towards the med, yeah?
Yeah. And then another like poverty jump that he manages to get in.
That was impressive. Well, that's gonna leave Aim Junkies in a very bad, precarious situation here, as tauntaun's Uber does come in on the far right side. Hans goes down immediately, Sentry goes down as well. And the rest of Aim Junkies are gonna have to try to make the most of it. Obviously, Uber runs out now, so they might have a chance. Alf goes down. Double kill by Danny, though, on the players trying to camp spawn. It only has tauntaun in right now, as well as Stripe on the point. And SMB, the only player up, he's not gonna be able to do anything.
He's using the amputator on medic. Wait, what? I swear he was running Ubersaw earlier. I swear he got like 2 Ubersaws and someone on his own, holding his own last earlier.
Well, we're gonna...
Just weird thing, just an amputator that's pretty uncommon.
It works, I suppose. You can do whatever you wish in these divs. Well, that's going to equalize the game with 4 minutes left on the clock. It's going to be an interesting one. Let's see if any team can convert another round here. We're going to go into Golden Cap. Uncle Doge going down very early on the mid here. It's obviously going to put his team at a slight disadvantage. Hans is going to try to get onto the combo as well. Doesn't get the damage he wants to, though. Danny's going to try to follow up as well. He's deep, but he doesn't hit the crucial rockets. And with only Hoxley going down as well, they're not getting as many picks as they want to. Alv is going to try to pressure you forward as well as SNB. Actually, the entire team is just in choke. The entire remnant of the team with all of Big Hunks just pressured out to second, so you could argue they've won the mid. But yeah, it's definitely going to be some re-aggression here by Big Hunks. They're going through IT, they're going to meet Xerxio immediately. The Uber actually comes out of Deer, trying to save him immediately.
Conklin doesn't actually have the Uber there.
Yeah, he pops a little later once he gets it to try recoalesce, but there's anybody to meet it with, so the Uber is both really not accomplishing anything. And SMB's in behind, actually, fighting Strife on the back cap. If Strife doesn't win this, then this could be very bad for his team. And yeah, Haz and Tauntaun both already moving back. Tauntaun actually dying. Haz now basically caught him between 3 players. Does manage to escape for now, but Alva's gonna chase him down. He's probably gonna win that fight, so... Aim Junkies just making the most of what they got, keeping it rolling forward, now with a big ad as well. And still no heals up for the defending team here. This might just be a very easy last take to do. They can take their time with this even. No, not too much, and Danny's actually gonna die. He's just gonna get dropped to the Brass Beast, so...
I think they've realised, you know, they have huge Uber ad, they kill Tauntaun super late on second, they can just get the Uber and go in, maybe like a double scout Uber or something if they really want, or just their classic demo scout, and... You know, like, neither team, though, in any of their last pushes has really pressured the point much, like, until it's been too late, and, like, you know, the red team are fully set up. And, like, Uber's out of play. I don't know. Maybe we'll see some real point presence as the Uber comes in.
Yep, there it is. And they're immediately going to try to chase down as many players. Obviously, all of Big Hunks just backed up immediately, but there's so much cap time already. They took so long to get Alv and SMB, or I don't know which scout it was, off the point there. So much cap time. Obviously, everybody on Big Hunks on the point now. Deer is still behind. He's stuck in the bunker room. Oh, my lord. At least he got the saw, but yeah, Danny's not going to be enough to convert that cap either, so it's going to be Big Hunks hanging on to Lost, and actually getting out in a second here. Alva's actually in, just trying to go for a hero play there. Has had that stickied up, so that's not gonna happen. And,
I don't know why you choose to go for that. Like, just waiting and playing sniper and forward spawn or something, I feel would be much more valuable than just running in as scout. Hunks is actually, he was hiding on mid. I think he wanted to go for a back cap instead of just trying to go for a force on a tauntaun on point. That, I think he just ended up running into like a spawner there. That was unfortunate. I don't know why you'd want to go for a back. Unless it's a pain train equip that I didn't see. I don't know why you'd really want to do a back cap as soldier.
I mean, it's...
Zetio gets caught on one.
Oh, no.
And Deer
That is
actually only 50 HP
good.
as well. Deer goes down to
Oh
Uncle
my-
Doge, the super long range rocket. Or was he still in one?
It's crumbling.
Oh.
It is actually crumbling for big for
the
aim
aim
junkies here.
junkies, yeah.
Yeah, they're really.
Everyone from Big Hunks are all on point. Hunks tries to block,
My
he gets
God.
one, but Honjo even with the taunt, and that's going to be GG to the Big Hunks.
Yeah, they're gonna take the first map.
Yeah.
Jeez.
After some very dodgy Ubers and from both sides, I guess, the Big Hunks comes through in the end. 30 seconds on the clock. It's just going to be a garbage thing mid.
Yeah, that's impressive. They really turn around in the last few minutes there. Big Hunks keeping it together. You could almost say maybe also, you know, aim junkies maybe losing their grip a little bit. Losing that early grip they had onto the game. Not a big deal though, it's a best of 3. There's at least another map, if not 2, if you're, you know, rooting for aim junkies here, so our second map, Gully Wash, might be a completely different story. In the meantime, let's look at some numbers, because, you know, people like numbers. They tell you whether or not a player was good or bad, usually. Put logs of 4. So, yeah, first thing that obviously jumps to my eye is these numbers are all very low, because it was a pretty slow game.
Yeah, true, yeah. But as maybe slightly expected, Alv was the top frag, top damage on the server. Going 23 for 12, like 250 DPM. In such a slow game as Scout, is pretty respectable. He did take 29% heals, which is way more than almost everyone else in his team. I'm gonna assume a lot of that was just, you know, down to building Uber though. Haunts, that's it's not a KD you want to see. That those are some really good roamer logs. 8 for 25.
Oh yeah. Oh lordy.
As you take away his kills from his death, that's 17. He made 17 space for his team. That's a lot of space. This is a theory I've been working on for a while, and I choose to. I believe it. He did make a lot of space for his team. He did go in. He tried to make a lot of plays. So 17 space seems about right.
Seems fair. Also, you'd love to see the 2 medic kills on Tauntaun. That's always nice.
Really?
I mean, we know one of them was the amputator. I don't even know when he got the other.
Yeah.
I don't know when he got the other, but other than that, very
Just
even stats
soldier,
overall.
yeah.
Very even stats overall. Obviously, it was a pretty close game towards the end, especially, so...
13 more frags for Big Hunks, but the damage was really close, 400 damage. That's just, a couple rockets, some spam. Really close in terms of damage. And caps, 15 caps to 12, is a lot of it's close. And only that one drop that was Deer on second. Tauntaun 0 at all. I would have been nice to see if both teams, just instead of sending the single soldier sacks, actually went for either a one-man distract and one goes in, or just a double sack. Neither team really did that, and it's something I feel you can afford on process, at least from mid to second. You can afford to send 2 people in because it's easy enough to repush. But then I say all this coming from thinking of what I would do in a higher division game, but obviously this is the low division. I think I'm maybe expecting a little bit much from the teams.
Who knows? I mean, they've definitely been together, maybe even for a few seasons, so they definitely know how to play with each other. But yeah, it is low, so I'm in no room to talk. I don't even play at all anymore, let alone at any higher division than this level. But yeah, it's definitely a very closely matched game thus far. Let's see how things change on Gully Wash, because it is a map that plays very differently from Process.
Yeah, like I'm gonna let's see. Has actually went 17 for 8 in that last map, and he was like second top in damage. Because I had to look there just to see which team was like Team A and which was Team B to see which team picked the maps. So I'm not actually sure who picked what, but with Has how well he did on process, like I could see him doing really well on Gully Wash. This is like a more soldier and demo friendly map. Scouts still obviously really good because it's the scout class, but soldier and demo have a much better time on this map than anything else. It's a lot more like open.
It definitely does.
Big things from Has.
It does make a difference. We'll have to see. Maybe also, maybe Danny and Hunks, they were having a little bit of a rougher game compared to their, other team's counterparts on the last map. Maybe it's going to be a little bit different for them here as well. Maybe they're going to be able to go off a little bit more on Gully Wash. Again, yeah, we don't really know who picked which maps. I'm assuming Aim Junkies would have been the higher seed, but I'm actually not sure. In terms of points, I think... Actually, no, I think in terms of points, maybe Big Hunks had more points, so they would have been the higher seed, so they would have picked, but I'm not sure how that works.
It's nice when the teams actually post like on the match page, the whole like Steam conversation, not just the maps. I'm going to have a quick look in ETF2L. We'll see. Yeah, Big Hunks 36 points, Aim Junkies 34. So it's possible that a production has said that Big Hunks actually picked Gully Wash. So that must feel real bad for Aim Junkies losing their pick.
Losing your pick is definitely not something you like to see. So
I think
let's see how they fare up on Gully Wash then.
Yeah, I think we saw that last night in the Div 2 final. One of the teams losing their pick as well. Looks like we're seeing a repeat tonight. We'll see. Well, I guess it makes sense. I was saying Has was doing really well for Big Hunks. It kind of makes sense then that this would be their map if he did so well in process. He's going to do even better on Gully Wash. At least that's the theory.
Now we'll have to see. Obviously, once these players want to get going again. Other than that, I mean, if you're on the side of Aim Junkies here, how do you switch up? Because it felt like for at least the first bit, obviously it was a long round, but for the first half of the map, they seem to have a pretty strong hold on the game. Like they seem to have, they had a lot of control over the pace of the game and how it played. And then at some point, especially towards that last round, it kind of slipped away from them. So how do they either regain that or just just gain back some sort of sure footing and maybe get back into it, especially on a map that they didn't pick and they might not even be very good at.
Yeah, just having a quick look to see the medic deaths. So it's like Tauntaun died 8 times and Deer died 11. Like I feel neither team played super close with their medics. So that's just one thing I'd like to see generally from both teams. And as we go live here, just both teams just play with their medics more. That's all I think they need, and they can do a lot better.
We'll have to see whether or not they actually do that. We do see a little bit of a bigger, or much rather faster rollout from Aim Junkies here, but Big Hunks all coalesce onto the opposite side there. Alf immediately destroyed by Hanjo. Hans tries to jump onto the combo, doesn't mean anything. Does Zephyr also taken down?
Oh, Danny gets the last second rocket on his Tauntaun. And Deer has managed to escape with SNB. Doge is on the chase, though. He sees his Deer and he wants a bone. The Doge wants a bone. He gets denied by SNB.
Yeah, so that's not going to happen. Deer does live, and he does manage to get his Uber up and running. So we're going to see maybe a little bit of a very solid last hold here by Aim Junkies, hopefully. Maybe even, a little bit of a re-aggression, as Big Hunk's obviously very passive in Big Door. Only having Big Doge, waiting, seeing, scouting ahead, and then ultimately backing up.
And actually. Everyone is, yes, I love this. Everyone from Big Hunk's going behind onto last. But they're just gonna... Tauntaun's not really with either of his scouts here. There we go. He meets up with Strife. They dragged a couple players back. They killed SNB. Ezio and Hunks are staying on last now. Danny's super aggressive here in Choke.
He's trying to chase this. He could, if he gets a couple of nice rockets.
He beats his jump.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. And actually, Tauntaun's gonna get the kill for that as well, so...
Yeah.
Another one to put onto the logs.
And we've got Hunks feeding in Choke as well. Has stuck in drop down until he can get an arrow.
Zephyr also kind of caught out here. He's not really connected to his combo at all. I'm surprised that he lives there. He does get a nice pipe on a strike. He dies to the arrow!
And Tauntaun! And they get the frag onto Deer as well.
Tauntaun is top fragging, my dude. What is going on? There we go, both soldiers. Danny just blows them both up, so he does at least something with his life, and Hunks is the only player on lost, but
I don't know why they both
respawners.
went so aggro there. Like, they didn't have second, they have Uber. I think they're just getting a bit overexcited here on Big Hunks. Wait, Honjo?
He's
just sitting
in water.
directly below the point, yeah.
Okay.
I just saw like the outline of him just crouching, okay, he finds Hunts and gets the frag. He's gonna get traded like pretty much immediately. The Uber comes in, Alv, okay, tried to pyro deny, but he is unsuccessful.
Actually, Honjo didn't even die either, so he's gonna be in for this. Okay, he does finally get cleaned up, but there's so many players.
Yeah, and has cleaning up on the point now, getting Danny and Zetsu. That was like they just killed Alf like immediately in the pyro. He was just no issue for the scouts there.
And ultimately,
I might need to ask them for tips. I cannot deal with any air blast and pyro.
So the key is you shoot the fucker, and then he dies.
Quite difficult. I don't know. Anyway, hit number 2.
Let's see how this changes. Obviously, Big Hunks, you know, they're playing their map, so this could be what they were looking for, the momentum. Also had a last map. Oh my god! Immediately onto Deer again. Deer just like a deer in the headlights, standing frozen
just watching
still.
his death coming towards him, yeah. But they do immediately get the trade back out on the Deer. Not onto Tauntaun even. Alf with that frag. He's in behind. Is he going to run into these stickies? No, he's standing looking at a health pack waiting for it to spawn.
I mean, hey, it worked out, you know, he's still being a nuisance.
He is behind, he just needs to distract, I guess.
Yeah, he's just gonna do that. He's just gonna chill, maybe even get a
no, he's just
chill frag.
He just ran in it.
He likes to do that.
4 players, yeah.
I've seen that, he likes to really do that. He got a nice little meat shot onto Tauntaun, but obviously that's not enough to kill him. And he's out of the fight now, so a player down for the side of AIM Junkies here. Let's see if they can hold onto the second. Obviously, they have a slightly better Uber, so they can play off the back of that if they want to slow the game down a bit. We're going to see if Big Hunks play to their pace now. They're in the driver's seat. They're in the control here. And they're passing the ball into the court of AIM Junkies. And any other analogy that you can still think of, any other metaphors. We're going to have to see. It's going to be an even Uber situation. No off classes just yet. Let's see if Hans does the thing he likes to do and just jumps in.
He just jumped in on his own as the defender. I'd like to see Big Hunks just, you know, take heals big door. No, Honjo actually goes in, he gets airshot once. He doesn't get airshot twice, he almost kills SMB who lives on 5 HP. But are we going to see the counter attack from Hunts from Big Door? Danny is getting buffed, he is almost 300. But he's just going to stand up and spam. I guess health's kinda bad for AIM Junkies. Especially with Hunts taking a... Oh, he's just going to die on Big Door, I think. No? Oh, he gets around the corner.
He barely lives, yeah, nobody's chasing either. If they had known about that, they could have easily cleaned him up there. Just, you know, just like Hawksley peeking around the corner or something, getting that cheeky little cleanup could have been enough. But ultimately, he's going to live, so we're just staring each other down yet again. Let's see. Yeah, we do have Honjo
and choke on Conch, yeah.
On the Conch. If he does get this up, that could very well be... This is the thing that, you know, even... We talked about that like last year's LAN a lot, as well with the banners, how they are an insane advantage. If you do get the Uber exchange going, you essentially have a micro Uber after the exchange if you have your banner. And even if you don't have it fully built, you can build it during the Uber, as long as you do enough damage.
Oh, so, Danny's on Spy.
It's definitely something to look into, and the Conch is something that you can even use during the Uber for a speed boost. Let's see how Danny Spy can do anything to stunt that.
He's disguised as a friendly scout. I feel if he disguised maybe a friendly sniper or something, just... Oh my god, these open players, he's playing with Invisawatch as well. Like, there's no reason to not use Cloak and Dagger. It's like, I'm pretty sure like 99.999% impossible to actually detect that someone's using Cloak and Dagger over the Invisawatch. And now he's been forced to go for his early D-Cloak. He gets arrowed by Tauntaun and he does nothing. Like, if you have the Cloak and Dagger, you get so much more time to play with. You can get into a position, you can wait for your team to make a distraction, you don't get forced into running for ammo packs.
You want to go for the fast and loose play, and obviously that's just way too risky. I mean, it can work, obviously, but it's way too risky. And if you're not in position, and you're out of ammo packs, or you get spotted early because you take the ammo packs and whatnot, it is a death sentence. We do see
Yeah,
the conch coming out of Honjo, so they're gonna
they're
go
just gonna
take
try
that.
and run behind with the conch. They actually do
Okay.
pick up Hunks.
But that's about the extent of it, and with the conch now running low.
Oh, the Uber gets popped by Deer at choke actually.
They dropped Zesio.
Choke.
He dropped Zesio during it as well, so that's not looking very good for Deer at all here. He's gonna get picked up actually.
It's Deer, yeah.
Alva's gonna try to stay and maybe get a kill there onto Tauntaun, obviously not finishing it off, and Danny and Hans are just gonna have to back up here. Defend their last point with a couple of spawners helping them out. Still no heals anywhere near, obviously. And if Big Hunks want to take it risky, they might even just take it forward immediately.
No. I swear he spawned, went out of spawn to change class, and has that setting on. Yeah, his ragdoll is sitting outside the spawn.
Oh
He's not got the setting. Oh, that's so bad. He spawns on sniper now, but oh, that's so sad to see. Like I had for Tauntaun here, he's 90% in river. SNB sniper, I don't know if he's gonna really be able to do anything. He might get a pick and someone who can balcony. Oh, Hawks defeats. We've got the conch being popped again.
Another conch. Really? Yep, he's holding it. He's holding that conch in his hand, waiting to let go. Waiting to make use of his Uber. Uber does come in. Alf, again, right-clicking. This time around, he does a little bit more, but ultimately still gets cleaned up. Strife running down Deer. Deer, he doesn't live. Does get cleaned up. Strife immediately on the point as well, just getting a lot of cap time. Nobody's there to contest them. Finally, somebody's there, but they're both so low.
Yeah, he gets
just kills them.
Yep.
Alright, that's another quick round there for the Big Hunks. 2-0. 21 minutes left.
It's a sad conch pop there. Like, I think, was it 100 that had he was standing on balcony, caught 2 pipes. Buff immediately gone, he's standing on like 5 health. But, you know, he lived long enough to still give his team the buff. It's nice to see the banners coming out.
Absolutely. Let's see if they make more use of it. It's definitely been working for them so far. As we're headed into our third mid, Soda's going high, taking a ride. Big Uncle Doge get taken down immediately. However, Zepsio goes down to another arrow by Tauntaun, by the way. My man's fragging. My man's fragging, and I don't know how I feel about it, but it's making me feel uneasy. That being said, we're now in an even situation here. 2 scouts on the side of Big Hunks. They're not going to contest mid, though. It's going to go to the side of Aim Junkies, and they're going to have to put some rounds on the board here if they want to stay in these finals and not play second.
Yeah, we still got 20 minutes left, you know. We, plenty of time for the Aim Junkies to get a couple rounds in. This even over, are we going to see a sack here from Hunks or Danny? Or are we going to see maybe... Oh wait, Honjo's on banner. Is that battalions now? Yeah, he's on battalions now. Changing it up.
Interesting.
Like
He's
this.
going through the whole thing.
Yeah,
again,
it was something I was talking about last night on the Div2cast. Like, you know, you rarely see like the banners. It's like nice to see. Hunts actually, I've just realised, is all the way behind. Probably going to get cleared up by Hawksley. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hawksley might lose this. But he catches a stupid direct. Yeah, he is showing some fear here.
Nope. Okay.
He gets it back.
All
It's
right.
like even in Prem, I was saying, like, you know, the only people that regularly use the banners, even at LAN and stuff, are like Pappy and Gink, really, and I think Josh. They were like the only 3 soldiers seen like regularly use them, at least in the higher divs. So it's nice seeing that they are getting some use in the lower divisions here.
They
The
are
thing about the
very
battalions is it takes. I can't remember the exact numbers, but I know the battalions takes a lot longer to build, I think, than. Or I think Buff Banner's the one that takes longest.
Buff Banner takes the longest. Buff Banner is like 600
yeah.
damage. I think Battalion's like 450 or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
So it's definitely it's a little bit more than a conch, but not much. And
yeah.
Actually, I don't remember what the conch was. I think the conch was the lowest.
I thought conch was 400. I think maybe. Danny comes in for the sack after they know Honjo needs to get arrowed. They did a lot of damage to him.
Ooh,
they just go for the Uber
exchange. Yeah. Okay. That's gotta be the end of it as well. They're just gonna stare at each other and.
Honjo got a lot of damage. Oh, he's hit so much damage. He must be close to. I've not got the fancy HUD to see the charge, but he must be pretty close to his battalions here.
I think he has it. Yeah, he has it.
Okay.
Actually,
nice. Oh, Strife dead.
Up there it comes. Yep. He's popped it, and here's the rest of his team in Victor. They're gonna immediately catch out 2 players, actually 3, even before they had to pop it. Deer also caught out, and nobody's around.
And
we're into a pause.
The timing on the pause, I swear Danny just completely goomba'd Uncle Doge there, like super hard. And then, like, as he's just going flying through there, the pause happened. You can see Doge is just looking straight at Danny in the air.
I wondered. I know the thing is, when you look at him, you don't know if he's got a rocket ready to be shot right now, and if he's got the ability to hit that air shot or not. You don't know for sure.
It'd be a weird flick to like go up and to his right, but you know, it's definitely possible. You could definitely hit it.
Really
The message by Aim Junkie's mentor, Turbo Monkey, saying that apparently they finally listened to him on strats. Maybe he's been trying to help them out with a gully wash, perhaps, maybe, but I don't know. We'll need to see.
It's a strategic pause, okay. Coach is coming in and seeing how he can salvage this for his team. We are halfway through the map, so it's reasonable to do that. But they really have to turn it around, Aim Junkies here, because they're losing surprisingly hard. You know, for a team that you were praising that they're gonna take it. It is it's not going well for them right now. So
that was a really nice like timing on the buff banner or the battalion's back up, even like just coming through a big door, because like Zetio could have piped like everyone down, but even if he hit anything, you know, the damage is going to be almost entirely negated. It feels like. The only thing is like SNB and Danny being behind right now. Honjo has turned around to look at his own big door. I don't know if that's just to look for where Tauntaun is. And obviously, so the pause HUD's broken. I don't know when Hoxley and Strife spawn. Probably kind of soon.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Hoxley died after Deer, so Hoxley's not up for a while. Strife will be up very soon, though, I think. So he'll be able to help out Big Doge with the two players behind, but I don't know if they're just going to send everyone back. Tauntaun's got enough enough Uber ad that it doesn't really matter spending, 10-15 seconds going behind to just make sure they don't get backcapped.
Other than that, I mean, they're definitely aware of Danny behind, obviously, because he's been fighting Big Uncle Doge, so they're definitely aware of him. But if they're not aware of SNB, he can come in, help out his friend on the soldier class.
They know about him. He, looking at my console, I can see SNB killed Hoxley with scattergun.
Right.
And I think that's the scattergun that is sitting right in front of the shutter door on second. So I think they definitely know both are behind, they just don't know where SNB is quite at the moment.
And so if SMB can come back out and help out Danny, they might actually have a chance to pull back their entire team here. Which could be huge for them. Because they're the only players alive, they have to make something happen, and that's the best that they can do in this situation. Is win this fight, and
They got no scout to cap, they could maybe bring the soldiers and demo back to clean up or something and leave a scout capping mid, just leave someone capping mid while they clean up the people behind, but with both scouts dead, that's going to be a lot harder to do.
So it's not everything's lost. This is definitely a crucial moment that they chose to pause during. Well, they paused 90 seconds from now, but still. Yeah. We see this, so we're going to have to see how things go after. Other than that, it's really up to how the spawners go. If Danny and SMB don't manage to kill, if either of them dies here, I think that's just the round, maybe even, or at least, at the very least, they lose mid and probably second off the back of it. So it's gonna be rough for them. But if they manage to take Big Uncle Doge down here and put some pressure on second, pull back the entirety of Big Hunks, that could be something that keeps them in the game and crucially, really keeps them going. Fortunately, we don't really know what the strategy talk is, but yeah, there we go. They do indeed take him down without dying. So they're going to pull. Actually, they're just going to get out capped on mid, aren't they?
Yeah, let's see the map knowledge. Both second and mid cap at the exact same pace on this map. So, ×3 versus ×3. If you start first, you're going to win. Minus blocking shenanigans. Hoxley on the heavy and forward spawn just to make sure no one comes back. Oh, they get the bomb on.
Oh!
Another caper frag.
You love to see it. Hans above choke, seeing if he can maybe catch somebody out. Choosing to back off, though, as he realizes that there's probably going to be an entire team flooding through, and he's got nobody to back him up, so he's going to meet up with his team instead, as Big Hunks flood into second.
No. Alp was sniping forward, just got immediately pressured. Yeah, he's in choke, he gets the force.
That's good. That's really, really crucial for his team there. Getting that force out of Tauntaun, huge. Gonna allow him to stay in.
Is really unfortunate for Aim Junkies though. Strife, sickle mode and River just chasing as hard as he can there. Kinda needless, they do it. They got Hoxley on the cap. But they're going in before Deer actually has his Uber. He's only at 95%. And this, it was entirely possible that they pause now after they lose that.
Yeah,
round.
probably. That's probably where it has happened. Very realistic.
Yeah, you look in chat immediately after they lose the round. Pause, please.
Oh my goodness. Well, here we are. Let's see. This is a round where the strategy talk happens. So let's see how big... No, not big. I keep messing up. Aim Junkies. It's 2 words every time. Same amounts of syllables. It really messes you up. How they try to adjust here, how they change up their strategy, how things are different. Immediately you can see, again, all the big hunks bunched up. Hunks is in. He does get Hawksley, or trade with him much rather. And it's just trades all around. Tauntaun does go down, so...
Yeah, they traded on Deer as well though.
Yeah.
It's just Strike versus the world.
And is he going to be able to take down 3 people? They're all pretty low, except for SMB.
Yeah,
No, okay, it's not going to happen.
Another 2-shot.
That's all that.
Danny was literally 1 HP, I think, and then Zetio was just 50 in the elbow.
He could have
I guess
easily
both meds
chipped
died
him.
again. Are we going to see any funny crits, Krieg? No, both meds on Uber. Always hope he'll
You
see
never
at least
know
1
it.
crits.
Also, Danny is very far forward here. I mean, his team is there to back him up now, but... Yeah, he was maybe hoping for somebody on Big Hunks to be a little aggressive, a little cheeky, but ultimately it doesn't happen, so he just waits to meet up with his team, with Big Uncle Doge looking down lobby, and that's about the extent of how aggressive Big Hunks want to hold this.
We've got the site coming in from Honsi. It's 1 rocket on the Tauntaun, but only the 1. We've got our battalions again on Honjo.
And we do have the Uber on the side of Tauntaun as well as there, so let's see how things go here.
Even
Obviously,
Uber switch Haunts onto Pyro. They want to go for the old Monster Munch play.
interesting. We have the Pyro out of Strife as well, so I mean that's understandable. It's defense, but yeah, this is an interesting one.
Pyro
huh?
pushing this last. This is an iconic push. The Pyro pushing Gully Wash last. Honjo going super low in main actually. Cannot rocket jump away because he's obviously got the battalion's backup. No gunboats to give him the easy jumps. Here come 5 players then for Aim Junkies down river. Pyro going first. He airblasted Stickies into himself and yeah. Alf going down as well.
God.
Deer forces. Oh, this is tragic.
This is
they don't
tragic
even know
already.
about the sentry gun. They just leave.
Oh no!
They're just gone.
Well,
You hate to see it.
You hate to see it. Yeah, that's the only way to put that one. Oh goodness. Well, that's a disastrous situation for Aim Junkies. I don't know if that was the strategy that they wanted to whip out, their master plan. It certainly went awry, and we see
Haunts is going to last on Spy here while we've got the Uber popped out from Tauntaun on mid. Haunts decoy at some point. Is he going to get this?
He could actually get this.
It's close.
Oh,
he
gets it.
The Spy backcap. Is this a repeat of last night? If you watched the Froyotech Ascent game, I think Irek got 2 back. Like the whole grand finals for RGL last night was won by a Spy backcap. Exactly like that, but on Metalworks. Are we going to see, how many times are we going to see that in ETF2L tonight?
Ultimately, Hans still wins his team the round after doing a hilarious play. You know what? He's redeemed himself. Let's see how it goes on. Stripe goes down very early on this next mid, so it's going to be a nice advantage for Aim Junkies immediately. They also pick up Big Doge, but they lose Danny and Alf immediately as well. Has goes down. Huncho now in onto the medic. He does pick up Deer, so Zefsio's left without heals. Hans obviously extremely low. And SMB, okay, he does manage to kill Huncho together with Hans there. So they do take the mid. They do lose their med as well, so it's not going to be as huge of an advantage for them as it could have been. At least they're going to take second, and Big Hunks yet again going to have to set up on last. Let's see what they whip out this time. It looks like Alv wants to snipe, so that's a little bit more of a standard play, more standard protocol.
Honjo as well now. I'm going to set this Alf cam though. Alf sniping down main. Let's see if he can find anyone.
He beefs it.
So close between just the 2 of them. Oh, he's actually running SMG, I think, as well. That's I'm not a fan of that.
Could be an interesting cleanup if he does get a nice body shot onto something, but it depends. Any pick here is going to be big for him either way. Now, obviously, they're not really giving him much. He picks up Strife, okay. That's gonna be at least something, so...
Get a hero shot from River, maybe?
Oh, he looks to be going for it. Let's see if he can get an angle.
Get on that little shutter, get on it. Yes,
yes. No.
And immediately juggled off. Uncle Doge just gets that frag immediately. Dispenser goes down that Tauntaun was trying to hide in. So there goes his free armor. Danny's just in main. He's just standing there, not looking towards River. Uncle Doge kind of beefs though. Misses his third rocket and he goes... Kind of just goes to get the health pack. Al's still on sniper though. Stays
on the sniper. I mean, he's trying to blow this wide open for his team. If he gets the shot, it could like even on something like a soldier here could very well give him a big ad for trying to push this last. He gets a nice shot onto 100 there, sends him back to the respawn room. Not dead though, so we'll have to see.
On sniper too.
He's gonna try to respond to it, and we have a conch coming out of Uncle Doge here. No, Honjo actually, my man.
Honjo, yeah. Yeah, he's just holding it though.
He's just waiting. He's waiting for his turn. Alf goes down.
Keeping up in river.
Hoxley's looking at it. Hoxley's trying to lock down any potential sightline. Got a snipe shutter here.
This is a lot of damage on this Tauntaun.
They pop the conch, but they're not really going to be able to do much with it.
Tauntaun just he actually just pops inside while he's standing as the dispenser he's in goes down. Awkward kind of Uber exchange in lobby here is much longer for Deer.
Yeah, and he's going to try to take the remnant of it in. Al finally hits that shot that he's been looking for. Hits Tauntaun there. 2 players down for the side of aim junkies though. Deer left alone up top. He's going to get chased down by Strife. Dies. Alv also cleaned up, so Zesio... Yep, okay.
Strife getting Zetsu as well there just after he takes down Deer.
So... Yet another not great push for the aim junkies, but... This is where the spy play comes out again, okay? It's not actually gonna happen, but...
Alv snipering forward. No, he's actually committed. Okay, Alv's still on the sniper class.
Interesting.
Just looking towards choke here, it's like pretty much, it's really close here, it was like 10% difference. So I guess like maybe they don't know it's Ubers are that close, might as well just get the sniper, cut out the middleman of sending in sacks.
Allows you to go a little bit quicker. Let's see if he can actually get this crucial pick that he wants to get though. Right now he's being locked out of big door. Obviously all the big hunks woefully aware of the sniper. Not giving him any sightlines. He does hit.
Nice shot
does hit that shot onto Doge there, yeah? Okay.
He pushes up super aggressively. He's just alone. Why was team...
Alright.
He's just behind.
He's just going behind? Okay. Yeah. Both scouts are looking for him. Hoxley... They haven't found him yet.
No, they have. Can he hit a hero shot? Almost.
That would have been
almost hit something ridiculous on a Hoxley, but no, he... Yeah, I don't know, like, I know it was, like, neither team had Uber, it was even, pretty much. I don't know why no one was close on Big Door with Alv there. Like, they definitely could have taken someone down if, like, they chased Alv out. SMB's kind of hiding in this corner here.
Is Alv
Conch pop.
Still committed. Alv is still committed to the sniper as well. The Uber actually comes out of Tauntaun very early. They're going to go through choke here. Obviously responded with by Deer. Are they going to be able to catch up one of these players here? Alf hits another nice shot onto Doge. Conch does come out to respond with, so, you know, that's the early Uber explained. Danny is the only player to go down to it, though.
Yeah, Alf might be caught out in Big Door here. He's getting run at, but
Hunks does protect him for the time being. Alf now really trying to hit Tauntaun there. Obviously, Honjo's going to prevent that. Nice serve by Alf, my lord.
He's
surfing.
He'd be schmoving. Oh, gets a shot on his strike.
Okay. Alright.
For days.
I like what I'm seeing.
Yeah, like that. I don't know. Like it could have went a lot better for the soldier to take that high ground first before trying to run mid scout up in the demo. But here we are, Hunks, or Alv even finally getting some health there. He's running around on 11 for the longest time. He has crit heals, so he's not overhealed, I'm not sure why, but you know, it's pretty much even Uber again here. Uncle Doge getting body shot.
Yeah, Uncle Doge again. He's got that man's number right now. He really wants him dead. Alf just waiting for these shots, and Big Hunk's really having trouble actually responding to the sniper, surprisingly, right now. You'd think shutting him down would be easier, but... He falls down again. He doesn't get the hero shot just yet, but he lives this time. Yeah. So he's gonna get another attempt potentially Tauntaun slips up here, doesn't protect himself enough if he gets pressured out of position. Very aggressive as well on the hold there.
Wait, yeah, actually, this is Tauntaun's like actually up right at the front with Strife on the pyro.
Interesting choice.
I think Alf maybe very, very briefly saw Tauntaun standing there, but I'm not sure if they can like maybe hear the Medibeam being like really close, like healing with the Uber out, you know, the crackle.
Danny might have also just seen it. Yeah, he did go into rivers, so that's gonna cause Tauntaun to back up again. He's standing behind the pillar where he belongs. S&B's in main as well. Doing some chip damage to Uncle Doge. Strife trying to shut down balcony. That's not gonna go well for long, especially against a demo like that.
Alf down.
Alf down. So that's a playmaker down. And with 6 minutes left on the clock, with aim junkies here, you really want to start making some actual plays. You really gotta start putting rounds on the board if you want to stay in this game. And it's getting a little rough. Sentry does go down, so that's
means
that's
they can
good.
send sacks if they want to. Alf is finally back onto the scout class. Like, I know that Strife's on pyro, so it's still kind of hard to send a sack, but if they send a two-man, either a scout soldier or just one soldier. One play that haunts me to this day was in like some ancient butt-nose Prem double mix where Cadus just jumps from river onto the point and then fakes out and jumps back out from the point and just kills my medic. I'd like to see something like that could really work. Just like faking out point pressure as the soldier that's sacking in. No, they just go for the Uber exchange. They're just going to go straight on a point. S&B and Alf both on it. So much cap time.
That's a really quick cap. Conch comes out as well out of Honjo here, so he's going to just try to make his team hold on so low on the health on all of aim junkies, but only 2 players have died thus far. It's not well, there's Frey.
Oh, is it?
S&B is also hiding in secret, but they're all over the place. These big Hunks players, they're not wanting to give up that point at all.
Uncle Doge is not leaving this point.
And
he's got all the stickies in. Yeah.
S&B,
if he dies, the
he's gonna have to do a miracle here to both destroy the stickies and kill Uncle Doge quickly enough. It's not gonna happen.
He saw the soldier shoot a rocket past him, or at least could have heard it, and then chooses to shoot stickies instead. Haunts is on spy, but he's half HP. I don't know what he caught, but he caught some sort of damage.
At least he doesn't back up into the shutter and open it to reveal his position immediately.
Enemy demo man. He backstabs Uncle Doge.
At least
he's on Cloak and Dagger now. Yes, he's on Cloak and Dagger.
He's learned.
He's watching the cast.
Oh no.
Has goes down. Half two. Oh, even a Uber.
The control point is being contested.
How is Hans still in this? I'm surprised. He's been opening so many doors. He's been getting spotted non-stop, but he's still going. My man is still going.
Standing on an ammo pack with the Cloak and Dagger while invisible. That doesn't work like that. He almost runs in. Oh.
Okay.
With no cloak. Like, you can, with the Cloak and Dagger, you decloak and you can pick up the ammo packs to recharge, but I don't think he knows that tech.
It's a weapon that surprisingly little people know the mechanics of. I mean, you know, you could have argued, okay, that change was made like
4 years ago.
If you're being like, that is a recent patch, but it's been 4 years. I mean, come on. The game, the last time the game was updated was like, even in sort of in any form of bug fix, was like 7 months ago. You have no excuse. You have no excuse not knowing the weapons mechanics. That being said, we do have Aim Junkies trying to go for another last push here. They really have to make it happen. They really have to try and make it happen. It's do or die time, so they're trying to put on some early point pressure. Don't lose any players just yet, but actually, Big Uncle Doge is dead, but that's about it. S&B does get taken down, but he does trade with
Alf on point. Oh no, he's just gonna get...
Zezio's still alive. He's gonna just jump onto the point. Oh, dear? No, okay.
Dear, no. Gets taunted by Hoxley.
And that's gonna be a
building. Good to see from Hoxley, just immediately maximising that Uber advantage.
The control point is being contested.
S&B running in behind. There's no point in him running in behind. He's gonna get caught. Oh no, he's committed. They're gonna go. Oh, are they gonna get taunted?
Yeah, they are.
They are.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna be an okay play for the two of them, but no.
Danny is on the spy. No! Okay,
he does take that Honjo, okay.
He takes
but
those.
They're 3 down, going 3v3. There's the heavy with the press, please.
They have no choice but to push last here, though. They really just have to get onto the point, try to get get this round done. Zesio is still in behind. He does kill the heavy, but there's 3
And he-
players. He's not going to do
Oh,
anything. Ooh!
He does get 3.
He does get
one of them
3,
being
matter of
Tonton.
fact. Okay. Hunks is in as well. He's in water. He's pretty good health as well. If he gets Hanjo here, he might actually be able to cap this round out.
Huxley.
No, Huxley.
with the
Oh,
lead
okay,
shot.
Danny's
Danny
in.
comes in.
Victor.
So there's
we have
still a
a game in our
chance.
hands.
We have
Yeah.
a game in our hands. This is possible. This
Yep,
is
this is
absolutely
very-
possible.
Very, very possible we can tie this up here.
Aim
90
junkies.
seconds on the clock. So regardless, we may see some GG lag, but who knows if it'll be GG to a golden cap or not.
Let's see if Aim Junkies can try to keep this on going, or if they're gonna have to just give themselves defeated. As we head into the final bit of this map, Hunks goes down early, and Honcho's deep onto Deer immediately takes him down. You don't want to see that if you're trying to put a round on the board quickly. And it looks like Big Hunks very well aware that of the little time that Aim Junkies have, and with the medic dead as well, the enemy medic that is,
Zetio feeds through choke. Alf was really weak on point, gets cleaned up by Huxley.
they don't have to take any risks here. Yeah,
Yeah.
SMB is the only player up. It's working
Contested.
very well for them. And,
3 health under the point.
With your time dwindling away, it looks like Big Hunks might be your low playoffs champions.
Yeah, it's definitely looking like it. I don't think it's mathematically possible for them to cap all 3 points in less than 30 seconds here. Even with everyone basically dead.
I mean, you got another
just
Uber out of
Huxley's
Tonto.
time to shine.
Get those
Look
lock
at-
kills, my friend. Come on.
Yeah, he's just
Get piped, okay.
run around. They get Alf, he gets Alf and gets piped. Danny's behind. Zesio gets the cap, but yeah, it's 8 seconds. Danny gets so much damage on the spawn camp with 5 seconds on the clock, but
Victor.
It's all
is
about
GG.
padding those logs by now, but that is a GG. Big Hunks are your low champions of season 36. Congratulations.
and well played to them. It was looking kind of close towards the end there, I guess, after the tactical pause for Aim Junkies, but I guess it goes to show that that's why this was Big Honk's pick.
Their map, and they definitely shined on it. Valiant effort, though. Valiant effort by Aim Junkies, getting themselves together a lot towards the end there as well again. Definitely not to be discredited.
Yeah, has going pretty big as I thought, 19 for 9. He, maybe not huge damage, I'm not sure what his actual DPM is, because obviously it's kind of broken because of the 3-4 minute pause, but he did one of the main things is demo, just don't die. He died as many times as medic. That's as long as you're alive, you're a threat as demo. You can have sticks anywhere, so that's nice to see.
Also, Tauntaun, 3 very wonderful kills.
It felt like more.
Yeah,
I don't know
it
if it was
did.
just a sort of Beaver and frags after the round ended or something, but I felt like he got more than those 3, because they were pretty early on as well.
It's,
nice to see
wonderful.
0 drops as well from both medics this map.
Yeah.
And this, actually, when you look at this, the overall stats, it wasn't as close, 34,000 or nearly 35,000 total damage for Big Hunks, but only 30,000 for Aim Junkies, then 26 kills difference between them. It's that's a full player's worth of frags down, basically, on Aim Junkies.
Yeah, so it really showed on this map that it was just the better map for Big Hunks. And besides that, Aim Junkie's still putting on a very nice fight towards the end, though. Really trying to pull it together, really in it for, trying to make the most of it. Unfortunately, didn't have what it took. So, Big Hunks are going to be your champions of low. It's such a bad name for a division, by the way.
Low. That's
It's-
okay.
I don't know, I feel like it sounds weird calling somebody a low champion.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I get what you mean now.
They should go to mid next season if
yeah,
they stay
if
together
they
as a
stay
team,
together.
that is.
Yeah, they do get automatically promoted. Unless, in the off-season they go, well, we're saying next season, when's that going to be? Is that going to be 2021? Is that going to be 8 months down the line? Who knows?
Yeah. We don't know yet, because ETF2L can't make up their mind. There's probably going to be some form of cups. That's what they at least initially planned. Maybe
We'll probably
the
know they might
community.
go past mid. This team could go past mid, depending on when the next season is. They might,
Yeah.
if they stay together, it could be a Div 2 team. By the time the next season rolls around, time will tell.
Who knows? All we know is that we don't know anything. Depends on what ETF2L decides to do, if they want to listen to the community and actually squeeze in the season before the end of the year, or if this is the last time we're going to see a full season this year, and we're just going to be meeting ourselves again with some cups later down the line. But either way, congratulations to Big Hunks. Obviously, GG's also to AIM Junkies. They put on a great show.
Commiserations, yeah.
And that's it from us tonight.
Thank you to Surny and Wiethoofd for joining us on the cast and the production. Do you have any shout-outs you want to do, Surny?
Oh, nothing to really know. Obviously, just shout-outs to the players for putting on a nice show and for everybody watching. Other than that, I believe there's one more game that we have. Obviously, Prem on Sunday, and then next week, I believe Div 1 is going to be on Thursday on
Critscast, I think that will be.
Critscast, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's that. So look forward to those games as well. I mean, Prem is obviously something you'll want to see.
Yeah, that'll be a good game. I'm going to give a quick shout out to, even if it's a thankless job, but I'll say thank you to ETF2L, just for putting the season on. I do appreciate what you guys do. It can be frustrating, though, not knowing when the season is. And shout out to SMP Gaming. And shout out to Wiethoofd again. Yeah, so I think that'll be everything from us tonight. Make sure to check out the Prem finals on Sunday and Division 1 next week. Thank you and have a good evening.